What happens when a man's desperate hunger for fame turns into a twisted, deadly game with the entire internet? This is the story of a wannabe celebrity who tried to manufacture stardom, but ended up sparking one of the most intense, crowdsourced global manhunts in history. We start in the late 2000s with a 27-year-old living in Toronto, Canada. His name is Luca, and he has one singular, consuming obsession. He wants the world to know his name. But there is a massive problem. Luca has no discernible talent. He is an aspiring model and actor, constantly auditioning for reality TV shows and even dipping into adult films, but the industry repeatedly rejects him. So he makes a highly unusual decision. If he can't earn fame, he decides he is going to fake it. Around 2009, Luca begins constructing a massive, bizarre alternate reality online. He creates an estimated 70 completely fake Facebook profiles acting as his own rabid fanbase. And he doesn't just stop at fake comments. Luca uses these profiles to spread wild, completely fabricated rumors about himself to the tabloids. He claims he is secretly dating pop icon Madonna. He starts a rumor that he is the biological son of Marilyn Monroe. It gets even stranger. He even tries to link his name to infamy, spreading a rumor that he is romantically involved with Karla Homolka, one of Canada's most notorious serial killers. To back up his celebrity status, he spends hours poorly photoshopping his face onto images of men driving luxury cars or posing in exotic locations around the world. But despite this colossal effort, nobody cares. The world remains entirely indifferent to Luca. He isn't famous, he isn't a celebrity, and the silence is driving him crazy. By 2010, Luca completely changes his strategy. He realizes a dark, undeniable truth about the internet. People might ignore fake glamour, but they cannot look away from absolute horror. If people won't give him positive attention, he will force them to give him negative attention. Luca acquires two small kittens. He places a camera on a tripod, hides his face beneath a dark hood, and films himself committing an unspeakable act of cruelty against the animals. What happens next changes everything. He uploads the video to the internet, and the response is immediate, explosive, and completely furious. The video goes viral, generating massive outrage. For the first time in his life, millions of people are talking about Luca, because YouTube and video sharing platforms in 2010 don't have the lightning-fast moderation algorithms they do today. The video bounces around the internet for days, and this is where the internet steps in. Deep in the corners of Facebook, a group of ordinary people, data analysts, retail workers, mechanics, form a coalition with a single goal: find the man in the video and bring him to justice. They become amateur internet sleuths, and their investigation is nothing short of obsessive. They start tearing the video apart frame by single frame. They can't see his face, so they look at everything else. They analyze the baseboards of his apartment. They look at a yellow wolf blanket on his bed. Then they spot a massive clue. In the background of the video, they identify a very specific bright yellow vacuum cleaner. The sleuths track down the make and model, realizing it's a Baishino vacuum, an appliance sold exclusively in North America. Slowly, they are narrowing down his location, but Luca is watching them watch him. He creates fake accounts to infiltrate their Facebook group. He taunts them. He loves the cat and mouse game because to him, this is the ultimate form of celebrity engagement. He uploads a second video and then a third. The sleuths continue their relentless tracking. They analyze a pack of cigarettes visible in one video, identifying the specific regional warning label. Finally, they get the ultimate breakthrough. The sleuths receive an anonymous message containing a name: Luca Magnotta. Many suspect Luca sent the tip himself because he simply couldn't stand being anonymous anymore. He wanted the credit for his crimes. The internet detectives compile an incredibly detailed dossier on Luca, tracking his exact apartment building in Toronto. They take this mountain of evidence straight to the police. They warn authorities that this man is escalating, and if he isn't stopped, his next victim will not be an animal. Tragically, the police dismiss the internet sleuths. They don't take the threat seriously, and by the time they do look into it, Luca has already packed his bags and fled to Montreal. Now Luca feels completely invincible. He has baited the internet, outsmarted the police, and achieved a twisted level of international infamy. So in 2012, he decides it is time for his grand finale. He is going to fulfill the terrible prophecy the internet sleuths warned the police about. This time, he targets a human. Luca is deeply obsessed with 90s cinema, specifically the thriller Basic Instinct, which features a famous scene of a murder committed with an ice pick. He wants to direct his own horrific real-life remake. He prepares his Montreal apartment like a movie set. He buys ropes. He purchases a screwdriver and grinds it down to mimic an ice pick. All he needs now is his co-star. Luca posts an ad on Craigslist in the casual encounter section, explicitly stating he is looking for a man to hook up with and that he wants to film the entire thing. The ad is answered by a 33-year-old named Jun Lin. Jun Lin is a brilliant, entirely innocent computer engineering student from China studying abroad in Canada. He has no idea who Luca is or what he has planned. When Jun Lin arrives at the apartment, Luca plays the perfect, charming host. He pours them both glasses of wine, but Luca has laced Jun Lin's glass with heavy, powerful sedatives. Within minutes, the drug takes effect, and Jun Lin loses consciousness, and that is when the camera starts rolling. Luca binds the incapacitated Jun Lin to the bed frame. Grabbing his modified screwdriver, he brutally murders the student, meticulously acting out his favorite movie scene. He then brings a dog into the frame and kills it as well. As soon as the horrific deed is done, Luca edits the footage, sets it to a chilling soundtrack, and uploads the video of the murder to a shock gore website. He has finally created his masterpiece, but he isn't done yet. He wants to make sure this story dominates every news network on the planet. To guarantee a media frenzy, Luca dismembers Jun Lin's body and begins a morbid distribution process. He stuffs the victim's torso into a suitcase and casually tosses it into a pile of trash in the alley behind his apartment building. Then he heads to the post office. Luca meticulously packages Jun Lin's hands and feet, writing out the mailing addresses of the headquarters for Canada's major political parties. To make it even more vile, he addresses 2 packages to local elementary schools. Days later, a janitor behind Luca's building notices a foul smell coming from a discarded suitcase. He opens it, makes the gruesome discovery, and immediately dials 911. Simultaneously, the horrific packages begin arriving at the political offices. The entire country goes into absolute lockdown. The police instantly connect the viral murder video, the suitcase, and the mailed packages. They pull CCTV footage from the apartment lobby showing Jun Lin walking in with Luca, and Luca later dragging a heavy suitcase out alone. They pull post office cameras and see Luca casually mailing the body parts. The manhunt goes global. Sensing the walls closing in, Luca dons a black wig, slips through airport security, and boards a flight to Paris, eventually making his way to Berlin, Germany. Interpol issues a red notice. His face is plastered on every television screen, newspaper, and website across the globe. For a brief moment, it looks like he might vanish into the European underground. But Luca makes one final catastrophic mistake. In June 2012, while on the run from international authorities, Luca walks into a small internet cafe in Berlin. He doesn't use the computer to check his bank accounts. He doesn't use it to map a route to a non-extradition country. He does the one thing his narcissism demands. He sits down, opens Google, and starts searching for his own name. He just has to read the articles about himself. He has to see how famous he has become. He is so engrossed in reading about his own infamy that he doesn't notice the cafe owner staring at him. The owner recognizes his face from the news. Quietly, the owner slips out the front door, flags down a passing police cruiser, and points inside. Officers storm the cafe, grabbing Luca right out of his chair while the articles about his crimes are still glowing on the monitor in front of him. The wannabe celebrity who killed for an audience was ultimately caught by his own vanity. He was extradited back to Canada, found guilty of first-degree murder, and permanently traded his dreams of Hollywood for a concrete cell and a life sentence in prison.